So, since I forgot to use the darker stuff, I'll use it on my neck. Get a little bit of a contrast there. I'll also be powdering down my neck to make it disappear. I know the hangman is saying I can do that for you. I was watching a video last night about the first time a king was ever taken to trial in England, and he was executed. This happened in about 1646-ish, and it was the divine right of kings versus the new parliaments trying to say they were a legal court. This is okay, yeah. But I also know that 1645 was the year the British Empire became a corporation and all of the citizens became members of the corporation, or legal persons, or straw men, which is a whole legal area of common law versus laws that are made by groups. So I think that the royals realized if these people cannot kill us, actually take us to court, we need to back off from the different lines of control and say, yes, we agree with this new democracy idea. Probably not a coincidence. It's also when fiat money was invented in France. In France, they dance on Main Street. So I'm going to give this a chance to redeem itself. I'm going to put some setting mist on it. See if that helps. While I'm waiting for that, I'm going to do powder down at my neck. I use California Beeman, which is very strong. I think it's about $6. This is my second one. Magnification, see if that did anything. Yeah, it smoothed it up quite a bit. I don't know if you can see that. It's become a little less. Craters of the moon. Drawing time. Okay, I guess let's start my eyebrows. Eyebrow, female eyebrow crosses the brow bone a third of the way across. So you ideally will be underneath there when you start. You don't want to make this too abrupt. Needs to be a little bit ombre. But it is nice to have that square. Still tacky. Best eyebrows are Elizabeth Taylor, so go there and look at her style. Well, these are not. Even, and a lot of people say the eyebrows are not twins but sisters. However, using the golden mean mask, the closer you are to the symmetry, the more beautiful you are in the eye of the beholder. I'll come back quite a ways. Just going to exaggerate this. Possibly covered by a wig anyway, so. My eyes are dry, so I have this flat brush. It's not really very stiff, but it's very flat. And since it's evening time, I'm going to use a darker purple. I have the light purple, dark purple. I'm using this because it's the complementary color to my eye color. So it makes my eyes pop. Turn the brush over and you get the thicker amount in the corner, to give a roundness to the eye. Wing it out a little bit. So by starting with this side, it gets a bit darker. It gets weak in the middle because it's going to turn it over. Let's start from the inside corner and you get an optical illusion of more roundness. I learned that from Leonardo da Vinci because, yes, I am that old. Okay, and now I have a very small and stiff brush, and we're going to use this really dark brown to carve out a crease. hooded eyes, so takes a bit of magic. I was pulling this down, which is like Cher's. She has the best crease. So you need Elizabeth Taylor eyebrows and Cher's crease. But if you go down, it'll make your eye droop. So don't do that. And I just found that out yesterday. So I'm going to blend that into the wing. Just a bit more. There. Now we have eyelids with the crease. Since it's go night, I have this extremely thin and hard brush. I'm going to take some gold and right above the pupil, you draw a line down. Make a little sunset at the bottom. Blend it in so it doesn't show. Subtle. Now, this is so smooth, I don't think I will powder it. So I'll just have powder sitting on top of it. So we'll see. I'm gonna powder down with California Beam in this dark powder. The lower part of the face, leaving the upper a little bit brighter. And I generally take the leftover and come up the sides of the nose, try to darken down the sides of the nose. And underneath, I have a brown pencil which I hardly ever use, and because it breaks when you try to sharpen it. If you're having trouble with your pencils, there's two things you can do with them. You can hold them between your fingers to warm them up and they'll work better. If that doesn't help, keep them in the freezer. Some of them work better if you leave them in the freezer. Now, the brown pencil is used for drawing a line between the lower part of your brow and the nose. And if you can see this line, you've used too much. That is too much. Then you use this to pinch in the nose. So, since it's a craft, one could use help drawing straight lines. Cut this in. Now, obviously there's too much there, so it needs to be blended away from the center, down the side of the nose. And this is how you get a little additional darkness down the sides of the nose. There's a triangle here. So I'm going to use a different Clean Beauty blender. Try to soften that up. There. That's sort of worked. So another small point is if you get rid of this, your nose looks slimmer, so that can be darkened down with powder. I'm going to first try with my super duper highlighter. Female nose, this bone is back a bit. So to get that effect, you put some highlighter here, which makes it look like the light is shining down and bouncing off something that's at a 45-degree angle rather than a 70-degree angle. There, and a dot on the end. A little leftover. Put a bit here. And before I do my, there should be some right in the Cupid's bow, but I'm gonna wait till I do the lips before I do that. So I'm darkening down the cheeks a bit. This is my blush brush. I don't use it for anything else. I have quite a dark maxi blush. So I'm going to put a triangle here, kind of a businesswoman's. Don't mess with me, I'm the boss. Triangle. So under here to emphasize where the cheekbone is, cover back to the ear and meet out the triangle. And using the clean beauty blender, it's always just better if you blend it out a bit. Since things are becoming clearer, I'm going to go back to my eyeshadow palette and wing this out so it actually looks like a wing. Back to highlighter. Highlighter here. The message is it's a young skin because young people have oil on their skin. To be careful with this stuff. It looks like it came from space. I asked for highlighter from space. That's what I got. Oh, I had a free brush in the bottom. What you're trying to do here is make this look like a sheen on your skin. Light's bouncing off. Oils. Not too much there, so I'm using the edge of the brush like as a scoop to get it out of that area up a little higher. Okay, with a brush. looks like that. So maybe I'll try that and see. I guess there's more light in my room on this side. Hopefully that's why that's looking like that. That's better. It blends it out a bit. So now we're getting highlighter and rouge. It should be higher, I realize now. And then dark underneath for cheekbone. So let me bring this up just a hair. Okay. Eyeliner. Eyeliner is your personality. Are you Cleopatra? Are you Goth? Are you a supermodel? And there's two schools of thought about the lower lash. If you do your lower, it makes your eyes small, but it has more impact. Since I have hooded eyes, I'm not going to do the bottom because I need all the impact I can get on the top. Being lash line and see that? Now that I'm looking really closely there, I see a smear of my eyebrow. Lately, I tried one time putting white on the waterline and it worked, and it hasn't worked since. You're going to need a roll of paper towels, always, near you. The white pencil had color on it, smeared on it. So we go in and we try these, huh? Okay. And when the pencil's warm, it will leave color. When it's cold, it won't. So you have to lay it on there and let it warm up. This is everything your mother told you not to do. Don't stick sharp pencils in your eye. There, white underlining. Okay, the lips. I'm not going to overdraw too much today. And I say, if you get close, stop. So I'm close. I'm going to stop. And an absolute essential is a lip brush. Very thin, angled, and tough. You see, these are not symmetrical. Magnifique. So what have I done? Eyebrows, crease, eyelids, eyeliner. Nose contour, lips, cheek contour. And, the wig to pull everything together. A very French kind of thing. A lot of these wigs, you can pull them over this way and you get the side part, which is, I think, more interesting. In the mirror, it looks better than it does on the screen, but it looks so very French, very sexy, yeah? So this is that took a good hour getting ready for karaoke. Which is something we all do. Left a good job in a city. Ow! So I'll probably be doing a D-drag at the end of this. I'm going to go to karaoke, maybe film myself, maybe not, and then I'm going to come back and take everything off. Go back to my lonely life.